Hey everyone, Coach Allen here with Crow River Sport and Fitness. Thanks for joining me today. Today, I'd like to talk about a question that I often get from parents, and that is, should my young athlete focus more on skill work or strength training? And the honest answer is, it depends on the athlete's age and stage of development. For younger athletes, especially elementary and middle school, the biggest opportunity usually isn't more skill repetition, it's physical development. Things that include like broad movement exposure, strength development, coordination, and learning good speed mechanics. Most young athletes, they're already getting plenty of skill repetition through practices, games, and other team activities. Think about a young baseball or softball player. They may take hundreds of swings every week. They practice fielding, throwing, and hitting during team practices and games. Skill, it's being practiced constantly. But often the physical side of development gets overlooked. Things like learning how to accelerate and change direction, control the body under speed, building strength through full ranges of motion, and developing power through the hips and core. Those physical qualities are what allow the athletes to express their skill more efficiently. Let me give an example. Imagine two softball or baseball players with very similar technical skills at the plate. They both understand their swing mechanics, they both recognize pitches well, and they both make solid contact. But one athlete has developed more lower body strength, more rotational power through the hips and core, and better stability through the swing. Now, when they hit the ball, the result is different. That athlete generates more bat speed. The ball comes off the bat harder. And suddenly those swing mechanics produce more powerful and effective results. Same skill, but the athlete with stronger physical foundation can express that skill at a higher level. Strength training, it does not replace skill work. It supports it. If an athlete can jump higher, accelerate faster, decelerate safety, and maintain posture and control under fatigue, their skill has a much better chance of showing up when the game speeds up. Another way to think about it is this: you can practice skill endlessly, but if the body isn't strong enough or coordinated enough to support that skill at higher speeds and forces, then progress eventually starts to stall. Here's a simple way to picture this. Imagine two athletes performing a med ball rotational throw. One athlete moves slowly and produces less force. The other athlete uses their hips, core, and legs and explosively launches that med ball much farther. The mechanics, they look similar, but the athlete who can generate more force through their body produces more powerful results. A baseball or softball swing, it works the same way. The stronger and more powerful an athlete becomes, the more force they can transfer through the bat. As athletes mature and move into high school, their skill training becomes much more specialized. But the physical foundation becomes even more important because stronger, faster, and more resilient athletes, they can train harder, they recover better, and they can perform their skills under more pressure. That's why our goal is not to replace skill training. It's to build the physical foundation that allows skill to reach its potential. And that foundation, it takes time. It develops gradually through consistent training. But the athletes who build that foundation early often have a huge advantage later because those physical qualities compound year after year. Skill development matters, but skill reaches its highest level when the body has the strength, the speed, and the coordination to support it. That's why we don't see skill training and strength training as competing priorities. They work together. Because when the body becomes more capable, the skill has a chance to become more powerful, more consistent, and more effective. And that's when an athlete really starts to separate themselves. Hey, I'm Coach Allen with Crow River Sport and Fitness. Thanks for joining me today. If you like this kind of content, please click like and subscribe. Until next time, have a great day.